I just want to say, hey, brother. Going on.
Whew. All right, I'm gonna run around, sweating today, sweating.
It's hot, baby. It's hot, man. I don't know
Hot.
about you, but I'm in Yuma, Arizona, and when I say it's 100 degrees, it's 100 and something degrees. Man.
Ooh, wait.
I don't even stand outside that long because as soon as I stand outside, I feel like I'm getting real tipsy. I feel like a ticket.
Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. Keep yourself indoors if you can. Don't be out there baking and cracking eggs on the sidewalk and cooking eggs on the sidewalk.
You can literally cook an egg on the sidewalk. That's crazy, man. That is crazy.
Lord.
Even at nighttime, it's like 85, 86, and it's still hot.
Well, it's that global woman popping.
It is, man. What's going on, everybody? This is Ringside with Ray&Prince. We are here having a fantastic morning, fantastic day.
Yes.
Fantastic day as well. So, Ray, man, how you doing, man?
Man, happy Thursday. It's Ringside. We popping. You know how it's going. It's been a beautiful week. Great stuff is happening, so I'm excited. I feel like Stephen A. Smith with this energy right now.
Well, go ahead and bring it today, then, man, because we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. Look, everybody, if you have not, please go to our YouTube page and make sure that you subscribe to @Ringside with Ray&Prince. It's right there, just popped up on the screen. There you go. Oh, I'm gonna know what Ray drinking just a little.
I'm drinking this healthy green juice, trying
to
get myself together. Oh boy, this is nasty.
That face that you made was a puppet.
Spinach and kale and quinoa, cucumber, all kinds of nasty stuff in there.
Hey man, it's not nasty. That's healthy and that's good stuff. That's
health as well.
They done messes up. They made us think that all the sugary stuff is good for you when it's really bad for you. So having all that stuff in your body is good for you. When they make you make that face, then that means it's waking up your body and activating your nervous system.
Activating the nervous system. All right. Well, that's how we go. So I'm gonna talk about vegan stuff later.
Man, let's go and get this show popping, man. What we got for the people today, man?
Man, NBA. We got the WNBA basketball. KD saying he's staying with the Nets. The Net, they made a deal with him. You got Ben Simmons is expected back from surgery and rehab. Dennis Rodman over here talking about whatever he talking about. Talking about he trying to go rescue somebody else. That man said he gonna go rescue Brittany Griner. You got Vanessa Bryant. With the $16 million award for them using his photos of the helicopter crash, which was ridiculous.
Oh man, 15 million? That's not enough.
16 million is it's something they had to pay up. They had to pay up for doing that nonsense, man. That's just ridiculous. Taking somebody's hurt and pain and doing that to them, man. So we'll get into that. We got the NBA bubble possibly. Stuff is happening. You might be bubbled up again. So your Lakers might have a chance again.
Hey man, speaking of, we got some breaking news too, man. But I'll go and let you finish. But we'll jump to this breaking news.
All right, we got some golf content to talk about. Baseball, the Athletics fan is getting fellatio at the game in the stands. So, yeah, Oakland is off the chain. Off the chain in the stands. Woo, they doing the most up there. Well, Deion Sanders is at Jackson State. They to appear on ESPN 10 times in 2020. Okay. So, Coach Prime has changed the game a little bit and putting the highlight back onto some HBCU. So do keep doing your thing.
Let's go, Coach Prime. See you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, the Big Ten has a big time money deal, new TV deal. So we'll talk about that. That's the reason why UCLA and USC are headed over there because they got that bag. Ooh, man. The SEC, they asking ESPN for more money because they like, here, we're going to create these super conferences and we need more money to keep it running. So you got that. You got the UFC we're going to go over. Boxing, my man, Kamaru Usman. Woo, wait, that was a fight. Y'all know, man, Leon Edwards. Well, we'll talk about it in a second, but
Right.
that was spectacular and really like unexpected. You got Anthony Joshua, the rematch with Usyk, and then Tyson Fury. You know what he doing? He running his mouth. He running his mouth.
So he got a retirement, man.
he just retired. We just talked about him retiring last week, and now this week he back again. So, whatever's happening with him, man.
Right.
Yeah, NFL news to talk about. We got some soccer to talk about. We got the U.S. players talking about in basketball, the versus international players. Man, we got a bunch of stuff to get to. So let's go ahead and get to it, man. So,
right into it.
NBA. What's the breaking news?
Well, NBA looks like Patrick Beverley is with the Lakers. So
what?
Yes, they just acquired Patrick Beverley, I believe, from the Dallas Mavericks, if I'm not mistaken. I think I want to make sure I got my information correctly. But yes, Patrick Beverley just signed with the Los Angeles Lakers.
He was with Minnesota last year, right?
And so, if I can recall, him and Russell Westbrook do not get along at all. So, do you think this is a ploy, a plot for the Lakers to get rid of Russell Westbrook?
They say we just gonna go straight MMA out here. Russell and Patrick will put them in there. They don't like each other. That's gonna be a drama fight. Right. You got LeBron and Patrick Beverley. Patrick Beverley's always just been like a thorn or talks a bunch of trash but plays hella defense. But I think for the Lakers, I think it's a good move because you get somebody that's gonna play with the energy, that's gonna bring the defensive prowess to the team. And for something like either Russ is gonna say, "Look, I got to figure this out," or they have something in the backside where they're gonna get rid of Russ.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I think that it's the former. No, it's the latter. What you just said, man, about them getting rid of Patrick Beverley. I mean, I'm sorry, Russell Westbrook. They're gonna get rid of Russell Westbrook because Russell does not like Patrick, and I think Russell's gonna get out. That way, they're going to be able to bring in Kyrie. So this is a strategic move. I'm pretty sure the people behind and in the front office, they were saying to themselves, "How do we get rid of Russell? How do we get rid of Russell?" And they like, ding. The light bulb went off, and they said, "Patrick Beverley. We need to bring in Patrick Beverley. We get him in, and Russell's going to leave." I'm pretty sure that's like 99.9% that he's going to leave.
Well, I don't see Kyrie, the Nets letting Kyrie go this year. I mean, the Lakers have given them everything that they wanted. They just gonna get him for free next year.
I think to be honest, I think they're gonna start the season and then they're gonna do the trade during the season. That's how I feel it's gonna happen. I don't think they're going to do anything before the season begins because there's too many moving parts. Everybody is trying to get their team together, solidify something. They want to get Ben Simmons on the floor. Speaking about the Nets, and see what type of chemistry that Ben Simmons, Kyrie, and KD have, and see if that works. And if it works, if it's not broke, they're not going to try to fix it, and that they'll see how far they can go in this year and these playoffs. But if Kyrie does go to the Lakers, if KD does go to the Lakers, if they do a 2-package deal, right? That's a possibility. Then I think it's going to happen during the season.
You think they're going to give up KD and Kyrie? That is not happening. They're not giving up 2 All-Stars for whatever the Lakers going to give them back, which is akin to monkeypox, because they are not giving them back anything that's good. So there's nothing that they have besides some draft picks and some has-been old men players. So the best that they could do is try to get rid of Russell Westbrook and get younger. And I thought I saw on Twitter that they said Austin Reeves might be put into the starting lineup.
Austin Rivers, as in Doc. Hey,
no Reeves, the dude from last year.
Okay, Austin Reeves. Okay. Yeah.
Well, at least you don't have Ben Simmons.
Hey, well, okay, there we go. All right, then. Moving on. At least you don't have Ben Simmons. Wow, but speaking of Ben Simmons, he's ready for camp and rehab after his rehab from his back surgery. So, what do you think? You think Ben Simmons is going to come back with a vengeance? How do you feel about Benny Ben? All these athletes have been professing that they've been going through some mental challenges, correct? So not only is he rehabbing from his back surgery, but from his mental challenges that he's been facing. What do you think about Ben Simmons coming in? You think he's gonna come in full force?
You know what? I joke about Ben. We always joke about Ben, but I'm wishing him the best, man. I don't want any young person that's coming off to have to go through mental stresses, but also have to deal with coming off an injury too. So I wish the best for him. I hope he comes back and is playing at his top tier all-star self. But the reality of it is, I think it's going to take him some time to get adjusted. I think he's not going to come in, 100%, but he needs to learn how to play with this new team. So we'll see. I think it's going to take him a little time. So I hope that the team and the fans give him that time to gel and be the skilled player that he is.
I feel like the fans and Shaq are not going to let up on him. I believe they're going to continue to keep pouring gasoline on the fire, and they're going to expect a lot out of him. I'm with you. He has been out of the game for a very long time, so his skills may not be up to par. And actually coming off of a back surgery, that's a lot, man. A lot of things happen throughout your core, and your back is a big part of that. And so I want to see what it's going to look like running up and down the court, 80 games, and flights and bus and so forth. A lot of times we don't include all these other factors, but the real deal is, and Ben Simmons has a long way for his recovery. But we're going to see what he does. Best wishes to Ben Simmons and his team, and I think he's going to do really well this year.
Don't listen to Shaq, Ben Simmons, when he's like, you know what, poor Ben is just very soft. Don't know what's going to happen, but if that was me back in the day, shabam, dunking on him, rib broken.
And you dig it. Right, exactly, man.
Ooh, man. Right. Well, if it does go wrong, we can always have Dennis Rodman go over there and negotiate, because apparently he thinks he's the best negotiator in the world. Like, everything that happens overseas, Rodman said, "Hey, send me over there. I can go and handle it."
Hey, I'm just trying to figure. So one thing I do know, Dennis Rodman has been to North Korea, and he is friends with the is it the president of North Korea? Yeah,
Kim Jong-un.
Kim Jong-un. That's his friend. That's his homie. Look, I don't understand how, Kim Jong-un, he speaks Korean and Dennis Rodman speak whatever he speaks. I'm not sure you ever heard Dennis Rodman speak, but the words come out as if he is intoxicated for 24/7. And I'm just trying to figure it out. But I will say, Dennis Rodman is doing things that other people are not doing. He is going to North Korea. I have not seen any other white or black person go to North Korea and dab up people. Like, what's up? This is my dog. So
that's because he's an alien.
Well, look, man. Look, Dennis Rodman said he's going to Russia to seek release of Brittany Griner. He said, I got permission to go to Russia to help that girl. I'm trying to go this week.
Yeah.
I don't have too much of a long comment. I'll just keep it short and brief. Dennis Rodman to the rescue, as you can see right now. Dennis Rodman to the rescue. He sounds like Superman, but he doesn't have the tights and the blue and red tights.
He does. He does have the tights.
Oh, okay. Well, he has the tights, but I'm not sure what he's going to be able to do. But if let's hypothetically speaking, if he's able to do something, hey, Dennis Rodman for president.
Hey.
I'm just throwing it out there. It's between Dennis Rodman and Kanye West and whoever else, DeSoto and whoever else running for presidency in 2020.
Wow.
Yes,
somebody help us.
Somebody
help us. If that's the case. I just say, wow.
The picture behind me, I feel like I got horrors going on.
Oh, Dennis Rodman. You know what? Hey, Hey, if he can go do something, hopefully he don't go over there and get himself locked up.
I don't think so. I don't know what type of drugs Dennis do. So I don't know if he do any drugs. So pretty good to go.
he do something. he do something. He do something. Shout out to Dennis. Dennis, if you can go over there and handle it, man, more power to you. So,
no problem to you, man.
Shout out to Dennis, man.
Shout out to Dennis, bro.
NBA is a crazy place, and we have enough crazy, insane people out here nowadays that are doing things. You go back. We're talking about the Vanessa Bryant and Kobe. You have people who were selling pictures of this accident, this tragedy of her husband.
They were selling pictures.
It is ridiculous, but she got $16 million. The court awarded her $16 million because LA County Police and PD or who people were using the photos of the helicopter crash and putting it around bars and showing all kinds of people. So she said, "No, I'm going after y'all. Y'all not going to just use my family's tragedy as a game." And now they got to pony up 16 big ones.
16.
What do you think about that?
Man, one, that's a tax. That's a people's tax money, taxpayers' money. Because you have to understand how the system works. Like the police officers get paid from people's tax money. So, one, I don't. That's all that they're doing. It's not really like a reprimanding of the police. And two, that's horrifying to actually put some pictures up of a celebrity and his corpse is burnt to a T. It's crispy, it's black, like that's horrific, and I cannot believe that they were selling these pictures and sending them as well. $16 million is not enough money. I feel that it needs an extra zero on there. 160 million because it was an iconic figure, and for them to actually put that out before they actually send it to her, it's devastating. And that I heard it was 31 million in total, and that was for one of the other family members as well. But what about all the other people that were a part of it as well? So I don't think 16 million is a lot of money compared to the amount of money that the Bryants have, right? That's just hey, don't you ever do that again, But that's not bring back her husband. So it doesn't do any justice, but it's just one of those things. Like, hey, you violated my privacy, and so I'm going to sue you, and I'm going to win. And
yeah, it's terrible, man. It's bad things happening. That's a shame. What up, David? My man, David Tony Green.
What up, David? What up, David and Tony Green? What's going on, everybody?
Yeah. I mean, that's just sad, man. So we don't want to stay on sad news because there's other things that gives you more levity, like baseball. Now, people don't want to talk a whole lot about baseball. We don't have a whole bunch of baseball fans, but I think if you're an Oakland A's fans and Oakland Athletics fans, you might want to go to the games after this. Because
one place you can get beer, you can get a game, you can get entertainment and flashios.
At the Oakland A's game, there were fans up in the top shelf.
Wow.
Doing the do. Somebody was getting fellatio was going down in the stands.
In the nosebleed section.
Police said they are investigating if committing sex acts is a crime. But how do you investigate that? Do you just go back and watch the film or something? Was somebody filming it?
Yeah, somebody actually caught
it. You got kids out there watching the game, man. That is ridiculous. Like you can't wait till you get home or at least go to the bathroom stall or something. It's nasty in there, but damn, they in the stands at the baseball game just getting it on.
Look,
sexy time.
So look, Mickey Mantle, I think he played for the New York Yankees back in the day, right? He said, what was his most memorable moment while playing? He said, getting fellatio during a game in the nappy dugout. Yeah, underneath the stands. And so I guess this fan probably heard of that, called drift of that, and he said to himself, you know what? We're gonna do what Mickey Mantle did. And he said, we're gonna take the nosebleed seats. We're gonna be all the way at the top of the road. And nobody's gonna really pay attention to us. So let's just do it. And
Well, apparently somebody did.
apparently somebody did. And it can go both ways. He can do like R. Kelly and say it wasn't me, or just say that the girl was regurgitating, and she had a lot to do.
You trying to help her out?
Yeah, he tried to help her out and put her head on his lap. So, this is a lot. This is a lot.
Ooh, they said they was on it. I guess so. They had the urge. The urge hit them. They said they got to go ahead and get it. So,
when that beer talk to you, I guess it just makes you do these sexual things, man. So, but police officers said that they are investigating this incident, and they will take the necessary steps to make sure that they put these individuals in jail. So
they going to jail for getting it on sex and time
in public.
Yeah, that's public. What they gonna charge you with? Public indecency and new? I don't know what they're gonna charge them with, but
it wasn't like they were in the nude. They were still clothed. It was just
I mean, fellatio is legal in California, ain't it?
I thought it was legal everywhere.
Some places it ain't. Some states people just don't get caught.
Oh man. Anyway.
Yeah, I know too much about that, probably, apparently. So, hey, let's go to the next thing. That's like somebody doing something good. I mean, better than this. You got your man Deion Sanders, NCAA, Jackson State. He is doing it big. ESPN 10 times in 2022. Jackson State will be on ESPN 10 times out of 11 games. What do you think about Deion changing that game?
Man, Deion is doing what Deion needs to do. Deion is saying, hey, this is going too far. Look, we're not getting the publicity, the notoriety that we need. I am prime time, and I'm going to make sure that my guys get prime time television, and it needs to be aired. They need to feel just like all the other big players, all the other big schools. They need to be on TV. And Deion is, thank you, appreciate it, said. Deion is saying to him, to everyone, look, man, we are not right there. As he was talking about playing against Alabama, we're not right there yet, but we need some time. Once we get our time, then we're going to be able to shine. And so he's saying the exact same thing to the media. Look, I know you may not want us right now. I don't care. That's not my problem. This is football. You are paying these other individuals, these other organizations, lots of money, for these TV deals. I want a bigger TV deal. Like, I think what he's doing is great. I think he needs to continue to keep pushing, and he needs other people supporting him, other organizations, other schools supporting him, and in his act, man. Because more of these kids need to be seen, and they need to play more games than just 11 games. And the school needs to do a big contract. The conference needs to do a big contract with who else? CBS, ESPN. Everybody's not working together. Then there's some competition here and there. So I think Deion is doing a great job, man. Not only is he teaching these guys how to be professionals, but he's also teaching them how to be young men. And that's the name of this game, man. So yes, more is better for Deion in this case. What's your thoughts?
Well, just to go back, Louisiana, North Carolina, Oklahoma, and Kansas, you can't do it. You can't be filleted. No fellatio. You can't be filleted in those states. So, but back to Deion.
I was in my mode, and you just brought it back. My horns is getting bigger.
Oh man, I just want to give the people information. We are an informational show, so I had to give them the correct information. I just had to look it up. Yeah.
What states you said? Louisiana, North Carolina, and what else?
Oklahoma and Oklahoma and Kansas.
Look, we're educating you all right? So
Yep. Don't do it. Don't do it.
No New Orleans Saints game.
New Orleans, shit. Wow.
Don't go to the Carolina Panthers game and try to do something in any professional setting. All right, because you may get locked up.
May get locked up. But so back to Deion. I mean, Deion is really changing the game. So he's adding on to say, here, you guys need to cover our games, cover what we're doing. He's creating excitement. He's giving these kids an opportunity that are in the FCS and other schools. So when you look at it, what he's doing is transformational. You know, you have Eddie George down at Tennessee State. You have Hugh Jackson at Grambling. You have a couple different folks that are at these HBCUs that are trying to mimic what he's doing or add on to it, but he's just doing it at a whole another prime time level.
Woo! Ooh, man, look, David just said Deion is also bringing his friends to coaching. Eddie George was convinced by seeing Deion coaching. There we go. By seeing what Deion is doing. And as more stars join the coaching ranks, the spotlight gets bigger. By the way, Grambling is playing in Dallas this year. Man, I'm Memphis in about 2 weeks. I'm going to get an opportunity to meet Eddie George and the Memphis football team. So I'm definitely going to speak, power into that. Thank you for sharing that information, David. I'll make sure that I speak to Eddie George if I get the opportunity to see Deion because they're having a Southern Heritage Classic. Shout out to everybody getting ready for that. I'll be down there for that, but not the game because I didn't know the game was going to be that late.
Shout out to my man Eddie. Shout out to Eddie George. Good dude.
Anyway, I'm not sure if this is real breaking news, but I have to make sure. I just heard that the Dallas Cowboys just signed OBJ.
What? Hold on. Don't play with my emotions, Smokey. Do not play with my emotions. I am checking it right now. Come on, man. I got him on speed dial. Jerry Jones, what's popping?
Dallas, is this right? OBJ and others move that affect Cowboys might not be makes catch of the year. Hold on now.
Let me see.
Is that real? Is that right? Is that right? Is that real? Then I'm looking for it right now.
I'm not seeing it. Odds of OBJ. I'm seeing it. It happened. Unless it's on.
Okay. No. So they saying the odds of him signing with Dallas. Okay, boy, I was about to say.
Yeah. We got Kevontae Turpin, the USFL star that went and shined the other night. He had a kickoff return and a punt return for a touchdown. This man said, "You are not leaving me off the team."
Right.
Yeah. Undrafted. The kid had to go the long way, but he is doing his thing. So, love what's happening with the Cowboys. Be looking real good. The Super Bowl run is on. We did have a setback with Tyron Smith. Tyron Smith, our big lineman, just got hurt towards the ACL. Yeah. So, so that sucks.
I know it definitely does. It just sucks when anybody gets hurt, man. But that's the name of the game. That's the nature of the beast. So. Man, but speaking of the nature of the beast, I want to get back to this TV deal that this 7-year, $7 billion TV rights deal for the Big Ten.
Are we jumping back to the NCAA? So
yes, jumping back to the NCAA. I apologize because I want to see how this ties back into Deion real quick. Now they just said that for a 7-year, $7 billion TV rights deal for the Big Ten, right? Now. Ooh. That's a lot of money. And I'm pretty sure that is what Deion is pushing for right there. Right? So we have Hugh Jackson, we have Deion Sanders, and we have Eddie George in the what is that? The SWAC?
The SWAC, yep.
SWAC conference. And so the SWAC conference need to do a TV rights deal with some of these people. I see that's what Deion is pushing for. So long awaited Big Ten media rights deal is now official, and as anticipated, it's a revenue geyser. A 7-year agreement with multiple broadcast partners, more than $7 billion plus escalators. Sources told Sports Illustrated. The backloaded deal, which begins in 2023, averages out to more than $1 billion annually. Man,
$1 billion.
Look, Deion just getting on TV. Dion is getting on TV. Let me tell you something, man. Dion to know what you're pushing for. This is the right thing to do. The agreement with Fox, CBS, and NBC comes with the caveat with the from a Big Ten source. We are not done expanding. So what that means in terms of timetable, potential expansions, targets, and the overall stability of college athletics was left unsaid. It could be posturing to keep the rival Southeast.
SEC.
There we go. SEC and others off balance. Or it could be an indication, as Big Ten Commissioner Kevin Warren said in July, that further national realignment could come within the next few years. So well before this new deal ends in 2029 and 2030. Good move, athletic calendar. So in terms of this current deal, it resets the bar for what universities can make on their media rights. So when USC and UCLA are added to the conference in 2024, the annual payout over the lifetime of the agreement could average in excess of $70 million per member in the 16-team conference. What?
There is a major realignment happening with college athletics. Like, you think the Big Ten with Ohio State, Michigan, USC, UCLA, it's going to be crazy with all those teams in there that bring a massive audience. So they out there throwing this media money around. It's like, all right, we need some of this. We need to get us a little bit of that. Get a little taste of what's happening over here before everything gets too expensive. Ooh. I mean, it's expensive already, but the price value is going up.
Going up on a Tuesday.
Yep, they say what today's prices are not tomorrow's prices.
Right? Fat Joe did say that. Today's prices are not yesterday's prices.
No. It's changed. It's changed. The game is changing. Major money being thrown around. The NIL, all this kind of stuff is happening. So they are literally jockeying to make sure they have enough money to be able to take care of and pay these athletes and be, as big as they possibly can be. So
that's
I know the SEC ain't gonna sit back and wait on them.
No, they definitely not. SEC probably gonna do a deal with ESPN and just say, you know what, this is how we're gonna do it, y'all. ESPN gonna have to bring up those big checks. Sanders also said he refuses to take a money grab. So those money grab games that would hurt the growth of his players. He sees the money on the table, but is working toward getting a plate, not crumbs that fall on the floor. Woo! Hold on.
Yep. So that's a great comment, David. And so to add on to that, what they talk about is money grab games. A lot of the smaller conferences, a lot of the smaller schools end up playing like Alabama or Ohio State, and they'll go in there knowing that they're going to get beat to death, but they get money. They get money for it. And so they get a lot of money, more money than what they get from their average games. So that's what he's talking about. Like, he's not just going to let his players go in there and get beat up until they're ready. So he ain't going to go fight Tyson his first fight.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. It's just your player's ego is going to be just tarnished. That's all I got to say. We've seen those money grab bags, and we knew he wasn't ready. There was only a couple players that was ready, but the ones that was not ready, they complained. And we over there, I maintained. I was like, bring it on. Who it is?
Yeah, I ain't scared of nobody. Yeah, you put your pants on like me,
right? But my other teammates, they was no. Come on, he's too big. He should be coach.
Lord have mercy. Yeah, that's it. But speaking of getting into something, speaking of getting into stuff, Urban Meyer, he's back.
Urban Meyer. You know what? I just want to know how Ray. I want to say how Sway. I'm start saying how Ray. How Ray? How Urban Meyer? This man up several times, and he keeps getting jobs. I'm talking about that $1 million jobs. They said, "Oh, it's okay. We know you're married with kids. It must be stressful, and you got a head coaching job. I know that's stressful. And on top of that, like you got a little case. That they caught you on video with another female. I know that's stressful. Here's
was that him at the Oakland A's game?
I don't think so, man.
I'm asking for a friend.
I'm just trying to figure out how many chances are they going to continue to give him? That doesn't make any sense. Obviously, he has violated a lot of rules, and he's still getting the job. Hey, I just want to know, how is Urban Meyer's returning back to college football to broadcast? Like, he's gonna show up to work drunk, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, he was intoxicated." I mean,
Hey, you know what? Fox wants some entertainment, and you know what? Urban Meyer is a very smart coach. Very smart coach with his game plans and things that he put together. Or he had some great talent around him too, in the places that he was at, because he was successful at Ohio State. He was successful at Florida, and I think where else was that? I think Bowling Green. So he had a lot of success. So.
That was as a coach. I'm talking about as a person. Well, he's not coaching no more. He's an analyst.
Yeah, he's like, don't look at that. don't look at my personal life. Just look what I did on the field.
It doesn't work.
Besides the Jaguars, don't look at Jaguars even. Don't look what happened there. It was like four. It was 4 or 5 games that man got fired.
Yeah, man.
Up there, freaking in Ohio, doing whatever he was doing.
Look, man, Urban Meyer. Look, hey, he living his life like it's golden. I'm not mad at him, but I'm also looking at him like, come on now.
No judgment. No judgment.
No judgment. I'm not judging either.
Oh man. You feel like wait. Oh yeah. We got to get to the UFC though in boxing, man, because that's ringside. We had so much that happened. Did you see the Leon Edwards versus Kamaru Usman fight?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Not the Nigerian nightmare. It was doing his thing, beating this dude every single round, all 4 rounds. He was dominating the fight, controlling the ground game, had the heavier punches, and comes into the 5th round with about 56 seconds left. And all he had to do was just coast. He had to just sit back.
Right.
Sit back. Right. Sit back and chill.
Sit back and chill.
He had it won. He had it won, and he would have taken over, I think, Anderson Silva's title defense record, but instead he fell for the feint jab and a top leg kick to the head that looked like he'd cracked his whole face, and it was over immediately. He dropped down, doing a stanky leg, and the ref was like, "Nah, it's over with. It's over with." So I was super shocked. We was in here watching the fight, and screaming ready for Usman to win, and then Leon Edwards, whose nickname is Rocky, pulled off the unimaginable late upset win. And if you cheer for anybody, Leon Edwards is the guy to cheer for, man. He has a great story. So, what did you think about that fight?
Man, the same thing that you thought about it, man. Just when Usman, when he went down, I was like, I never expected it. I never thought it could happen.
Never.
What is going on?
Never.
This is crazy. I didn't think that it could really happen, and it happened. But man, it's hard to hate 2 good guys, right? You love the champion, and then you have this contender. He's a good guy. He has a great story, and he comes in and he wins, and it's like, well, no matter who won, they both deserve it. I'm thinking that it's going to be a fight 3. What do you think?
Absolutely, and Dana White was even talking about it being at Wembley Stadium in the UK, because Leon Edwards is from the UK. So it'd be a big, massive. He doesn't like doing outside fights, especially in the UK, because it might rain at any time.
Right.
But I think the interest of the fight, because I think this is one of the greatest upsets of all time, especially the way the fight was going.
Yeah.
I think about that and think about Melchick Taylor and Chavez when he at the end of the fight and decides to keep throwing punches with Chavez for some reason when he's winning. But sometimes you can't take a champion to switch off that mode of saying I'm still trying to attack. So 2 great guys. I'm interested to see how Usman comes back from this.
Yeah.
Because that was the first time he was ever taken down, a true takedown, also in this fight. Yeah. And in the second round. And then you also had, him losing in that fashion. You know, I can say if he'd have lost this, you know, decision or something like that, but in that fashion, that mentally, that may be hard to come back from.
I know.
You always think about that foot in your face.
Exactly. You always think about that. Like, huh? He about to punch. You know, not this time. And it's really hard to recover for something like that when you get stung like that. You know, and he stayed on the ground and he couldn't move, and all he was doing was just breathing. Just, you know, and trying to figure out where he was. So yeah, but I think it's going to be a third fight. But you know, it could go either way, and just like you said, if Usman is up, it's no need to even try to, you know, keep battling. Like, just go ahead and let it go. And he allowed the UK fighter to get into his ear. Come on, mate, that's all you have. I know you think you're going to fight, but I give you a sucker punch you, then I give you a kick. You know, so. But shout out to Leon and his crew, man, because they did a good job preparing for this fight, and he won fair and square. So hey, that's it. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Well, you had one UK fighter take advantage of his second fight, his rematch, and then you had another UK fighter that did not. Anthony 6'6" Joshua, the man-child, went in against Usyk, the Ukrainian boxer, and man. It was pretty much a snooze fest from what I watched. It wasn't really like the greatest fight to watch.
It wasn't.
Neither one of the men actually, you know, performed to their best. I mean, they tried to box and they was very cautious. Did think Anthony Joshua had a big round in the 9th round, almost took him out.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, he lost a very, very close fight.
Yeah, Anthony Joshua. I feel that he doesn't know how to finish the fight. You know, he's more like a quarterback. He knows how to manage the game, but doesn't know how to put the nail in the dagger, or it was the nail in the coffin. That's what I mean. I said the nail in the dagger. You know, and so he goes into the fights and he boxes and he displays his skills, but he doesn't know how to just close it out and say, "All right, I'm done playing with you. You know, no more playing. I'm about to knock you out." And you know, I feel in boxing, whenever you allow someone to just have any glimmer of hope that I can come back and I can win, you know, it's a different ball game, man.
Don't do it in the combat sport. Yeah. Do not give anybody any hope, because that's bad news. That's bad news for you. And I think, you know, with Anthony Joshua, I think a lot of it comes down to his conditioning too. I mean, he has body. The dude looks like a Greek god, you know, walking around with shirt off, but he does a lot of weightlifting and things that are not good for your cardio. And then he seems to fade late in fights with all that you know, muscle and lactic acid. So unlike Tyson Fury, who looks like a slump and can go all around, he never gets tired.
Hey, like
put hands on people. Man, look like Grimace in the ring, but he's fast. He got hands, and he's skilled boxer. He said he would beat both of them in the same night.
Hey, he's pulling out the Floyd Mayweather talk, man. Floyd Mayweather said, "I'll beat both of the Paul brothers in the same night." And so, you know, that's what Tyson Fury said. "I'll beat both of them." He said, "Look, this mate, man, this is your fight. This is your best fights." Yeah.
Look, Floyd said he would beat two, you know, really amateur boxers with the Paul brothers in the same night. But then you look at Tyson Fury said he'll beat two champions in the same night. And I think he could probably do it too, just the way he fights and the way they fight. I can see him really doing it. So I think he might come back out of retirement again, which he just retired last week. I told you it was gonna happen.
Tyson Fury, man, in the house doing his thing. Look, I love Tyson Fury. At first it was a love-hate relationship, but now I just love him, man, because like you just can't knock greatness, and he is that, and he's doing it his way, and that's all I have to say.
Man. So, yeah, but it's some good fights coming up. So we stay tuned, watching the boxing, the UFC. Things are heating up just as well as the NFL season is heating up.
Ooh.
We are close, folks. We are close. You were close to watching excellence from the team in Texas. But there is, another guy that plays for the team up in New York, Saquon Barkley, is putting everybody on notice that for his second season removed from a torn ACL. He said last year was more like, dang, I had to figure this thing out. But now he said he is back. He is a killer mindset. And now it's like he about to take everybody, F everybody. I'm ready to go crazy. So, let's see what this man does, because his first season, he was ridiculous. He had, didn't need a whole bunch because the Giants never had a whole lot. So I don't want to see this man get hurt again. I want him to see come back at full health, because he will definitely be a dominant force in the league. I think the Giants did upgrade their offensive line a little bit. Quarterbacks still throw like one of the Washington Commanders quarterbacks, but we will see what happens, man. We see if this guy can come have a good season. What do you think about his comeback,
man? So I'm a former running back as well, man, and the mentality that he has is the same one that I've always had. F everybody, I don't care. I'm about to dominate on y'all. Y'all gonna see my greatness. And but to be completely honest, I think he needs to be with another team. I think after you come back from any type of surgery, any type of injury list that you're on, I think it's best to have a new start and go with another team, go learn another system, be with another coach, and rebuild your confidence there. But to come back to the same place, like he said, people are writing him off and saying what he's not capable of doing. Maybe they are, maybe they are not, but you're creating that within your own mind space. And you need to get out of there and go somewhere else, because they are still going to be thinking that. Even when you are dominating, they're going to say, up. And then if he happens to get hurt again, what are they going to say? I knew it. He's not that cool. Right? And so I think it's good that he has his mindset, and he is going to dominate. I truly do believe he is, because he has that feeling inside of him to dominate. But I think he is definitely going to run into a lot of criticism if he injures himself again. So, but I'm looking forward to him having a great year.
Speaking of running backs, shout out to my son, Devin. He's has his birthday today, and he played his first varsity game last week as a sophomore and was a leading rusher. So he's ready to go out and dominate again tomorrow. So shout out to you, Dev. Happy birthday, young man.
Let's go, big dog. If you need some coaches for Uncle Pete, let me know. I got you.
There you go. Go check him out.
Got you. All day. Man.
And what else we got in the NFL? What's happening with the NFL? We got Commanders placed Chase Young on reserve PUP list to miss at least 4 games. The Washington Commanders fans, you'll be without your key defensive star, your MVP from last year, and
man, so I'm not sure what happened with Chase, man. Chase Young is one of their best defensive players, and he is pretty much like the new heartbeat of the team. Now they don't have the owner. Now they don't have their best defensive player. Now they might not have a quarterback. Like, come on, man. They about to fall out of the NFL as a team. The organization. Yeah, man. The Washington Redskins, they need to change. I'm sorry. See, I said the Washington Redskins, and it's the Washington Commanders. And so they got sued for that as well. So you go from the Washington Redskins to that to now the Washington. So it was Washington Redskins to the Washington football team, now to the Washington Commanders. And now, they're trying to get a new owner in there. And now they are starting the season without their defensive player, their best defensive player. Man,
they said he's out at least 4 games. And so that 4th game is they play against the Dallas Cowboys. And so you go come in there limited without your best player to come to Texas and mess with us.
Well, on the schedule, right? That's an automatic W.
Yeah, we flipping the scoreboard on them. We gonna have to put all the backups in. They're gonna have a running clock. It's gonna look terrible. So, I feel sorry for y'all, because I know they're gonna be talking about we didn't have our players.
That's not my fault. That's not my fault.
But shout out to Chase, man. Chase, Maryland guy, DMV guy. Hope you get back healthy quickly and come back and dominate like you did last year.
Yes, sir. He gonna do his thing, man. He's a great player, and love to see him on the field.
Well, he talk that talk, man. Talk the talk. So speaking of talking the talk, I think we're gonna we finish up with this track and field because Shacari Richardson coming out of her mouth. She said, "You'll meet my mother playing with my money or my family."
I don't know who that was directed towards, but where I'm from, when you talk like that, you let people know this is where I stand. Look, I'm dropping these NUTS, letting you know how I feel. You play with my money, you play with my mama. You know, this is some juvenile lines, right? You know, 3 things you'll never want to do. That's what a man, his change, or his mama, you do that, you want drama.
That's you want drama. It's like my man Pinky said, look, you take them curves a little tight. You almost made me spill my yak on my $200 suit. So get yourself right, man. Like when you get threats like that, you gotta be about action, or she's really telling somebody, look, I'm gonna come for you for real. So I don't know who that was directed to, but be on notice because Shacari does smoke weed, and if she's not smoking her weed so she can compete, she may not be as calm as she normally is. So she might come out of her skin.
She like to do hood rat things, man.
And you can't outrun her.
Yeah. You can't outrun her. That was a good one right there, man. Come on, go. She right there with you. Where do you think you're going? I'm like, come on,
man. What else we got, man, before we get out of here?
Yeah, we got our man Elon Musk. Elon Musk is looking to buy Manchester United. And he said, he tweeted, "Oh, and I'm buying Manchester United. You're welcome." Hey, man.
Hold up. Don't the Glazers who own the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, don't they own Manchester United?
I believe so.
I think they own that too. So
look, I never knew that we would even be talking about Elon Musk in our sports show.
Well, Elon got to show me, because I mean he said he was gonna buy Twitter.
Hey, man, look, I love Elon, man. Elon is doing his thing, man. He's letting everybody know I'm here. I'm doing my thing. Look, last question I wanted to ask the audience, man, because I have to think about this. They said that the U.S. players, they don't want to do U.S. players versus the international players that's in the NBA right now. So I just wanted to ask the audience, if you had Luka, Giannis, Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, and the Joker on one team against any 5 of the U.S. players, who would you pick to go against them?
Ben Simmons. Oh, I forgot. Ben Simmons from Canada, huh?
Yeah. Ben Simmons. Now, he's not from Canada. He's from Australia.
Same thing. Mess. I love y'all. I love my Aussies. I love my Aussies and my Canadians. I'm just messing around, man. Yelling at me.
Who would you pick? Who would be the starting 5? I'll tell you who my starting 4. I don't know who the 5th person would be, but I got Kyrie, I got Steph Curry, I got LeBron James, I got KD, and I couldn't think of the other one. Maybe AD. I said maybe.
Oh man. Yeah, you know what I mean. But looking at the size difference for me with Luka, Giannis, Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, Joker. I mean, everybody's damn near over 6'10".
I know.
It was like, so they gonna have Kyrie. I can see him in there, taking over. He'll be way too fast, but them trees will be sitting in the middle. Steph sitting on the outside. That'll be a problem. For sure. LeBron can do damage against anybody.
Right.
We do need a big old center though. Somebody to get some rebounds and stuff.
Yes.
Maybe the big cat. Cat played well last year. There really ain't a whole bunch of big centers no more, man. So it may be AD and KD by default. may be by default. So I think that might be it for the 5th. Man, yeah. Maybe John Morant.
John Morant. Oh, okay.
John Morant.
As in what?
For maybe I might have him over Kyrie.
No.
Ja, Steph, LeBron.
No.
KD is a sniper. Then I just need a big dirty man.
I'm gonna have to tell no, man. Actually, out on that one. No.
What?
I think
Ja was crazy last year.
Yeah, he was, man. And how many years has he been in the league? 3 to 4, somewhere between 3 to 4 years.
I think it's going to his 3rd year.
Okay, so there we go. So going to his 3rd year, Kyrie Irving is a technician. He knows how to move the ball around. He knows how to dribble the ball. He can get past defenders and he can get past big men and still score. And he can shoot the threes, lights out, pass it to Steph Curry, shoot the threes. LeBron James, throw him an alley-oop. KD, he already played with KD. Kyrie Irving, he's the conductor. He can get the ball in anybody's hands or he can score. So I will keep Kyrie on there. Jay Morant, too small.
But Steph too small. Who's going to stop Luka from that team?
See, it's going to be a shootout. Nobody's going to stop Luka. Hold on. If you try to stop Luka, you got to stop Giannis.
There's no LeBron and KD, the only two that could possibly defend them two. And then you got Embiid down low, and then you can leave Ben Simmons open. He ain't not making no shots. And then the Joker, sheesh, that international squad is kind of filthy.
And they are, man. They are. So it'll make the U.S. team look pretty bad. Look pretty bad, man. Man, but yeah, I just want to see what the audience would say about that, man. But that's something to really think about, and we should see if we can push for it to see what can possibly come out of it. So that's just my thoughts, man. That's my thoughts. Anyway, do we have any? I know we're coming to a close, man. Do we have any words of wisdom for the people before we?
Yeah, man. Yeah. For me, it's be in the moment. Be in the moment. Understand what life is about, the ups and downs. Things can change in a minute. And if you're not in the moment appreciating what you have, who you have around you, then you're living an unfulfilled life. So make sure you do that. You take care of yourself.
Man, that's a good one. Be in the moment. Man, my words of wisdom is your mind is the strongest muscle in your body, even though it is not even a muscle, it's an organ. But that's just your brain is an organ, but your mind is the strongest muscle in your body. I like to call it your mind muscle. So make sure that you use it, because if you don't, you will lose it. And that's my words of wisdom for today. Make sure you practice that. Make sure you strengthen your mind, read books, do puzzles, memory games, all of the above, just to expand your mind and understand this. This is very important too, perception and depth. 1 million Earths can fit inside the sun. Let me say that one more time. 1 million Earths can fit inside the sun. So when you understand that 1 million Earths can fit inside the sun, and we understand that we are just a millionth of a fraction of part of the Earth, if not a trillion of the fraction of part of Earth, that means that we are very small, and that means that our thought process is based upon our size. And so, if you want to be able to think big, expand your thought process, empower your mind. Make it stronger. It's the most powerful muscle in the body, man. Think big and enjoy your life.
Mic drop.
Hey, there we go, baby.
Beautiful. Hey, make sure y'all subscribe to our YouTube channel at Ringside with &sign Ray&Prince.
Yes, y'all. And we're gonna look to see you. Are we jumping on next week? I think we will jump on next week. But then
we'll be back.
Yeah, the week after that, I'm be in Memphis, y'all. I'll be taking pictures, kicking it with Eddie George. I want to kick it with Anthony Hardaway. I'll see what Penny got to say to me.
Penny!
I got a couple of cool things happening out there in Memphis, man. So I'm looking forward to it, man. And if you want to know more about it, just go to the justhealbro.co. I'll be speaking at that conference, but also be speaking to the Memphis football team and the coaching staff as well. So looking forward to it. You all have a good one. Ringside with Ray&Prince. Make sure you tell your family, your cousins, and your kin folks about our show. Sign up today. Peace, y'all.
Peace.